Oh, hello, hello. I can't wait because I got some good stuff coming to you today. And it's been a while since I've been on here. So if we're just meeting for the first time, my name is Jay Menz, and I help people shift their frequency so they can really have what they keep wanting. Instead of just saying it, they actualize it. So I've been on this quest of shifting frequency for over 12 years professionally, but for the entirety of my life, I have been studying energy and the way subtle shifts affect the people in the room. I've been a space holder for nearly 20 retreats. My retreat, I'm going to have one in January, and I'm going to have a public in-person one in June. So that will be my 20th and 21st retreat in 2025, which is so incredible. And if the person 10 years ago could see me now, they would be like, girl, are you serious? Is this what we actually get to do for our lives? The answer is yes. So when I am in a stagnant space and there is energy that needs to be moved, what I do is I will put music on. I will watch something inspiring, but what I've been doing lately is I've been channeling Mary Magdalene. What exactly does that mean? That means that I have my pen and my notebook, and I will stand up and I will dance and I will listen to some high frequency music, and I will allow her to move my body in the way that it wants to be moved. Typically, she moves my hips, swivels it in figure eights. And then after that, I will get down into my journal and I will say, Mary Magdalene, what would you have me know? And whatever archetype you use, could be Isis, Aphrodite, Kali Ma, whatever goddess or archetype or energy being that you're working with, you can always call those in, and they're going to show up in different ways. You could be working with archangels. So I will write, Mary Magdalene, what would you have me know? And then I know I'm scripting and her energy has come in if my font is tiny. Like I can't even read it. So I'll get out, like channel anything it is that she wants me to write, boo, 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 boo. And then as soon as my handwriting goes back to my normal handwriting, I know that the transmission's over. And then sometimes what I've been doing lately, because I've been really playing with ChatGPT, I will go in and I will write a couple things and I will say, create an image of what this looks like. And from that image, I will come up with usually an entire flow for a sales page, or just some really unique details I need to move forward on whatever idea it is that I have. So right now I'm working on the Ascend to a Higher Frequency retreat that is in June of next year in Gig Harbor, Washington. I have the vision, I have like kind of the soft structure of it, but when you're writing a sales page, it's like a love letter to your ideal client. And it's someone who they're not gonna have a bunch of questions. They're just gonna be like, oh my God, yes, that's exactly what I'm looking for right now. So in this year, there's been a lot of chaos and there's been a lot of confusion and overwhelm and second guessing. And some people in the third dimension will be like, oh, it's perimenopause and hormones. But if you're playing in higher realms, you know that it's been a very chaotic year and there's a lot going on. And you have to ask, is this mine or is this society's? Is this universal? And I've seen like myself get stuck in that matrix of confusion, and then I have to take a step back and go into observatory mode where I'm seeing myself having these thoughts, but I am not these thoughts. So that means that you got to step out of anything that is repeating, that is useless and unhelpful to your next step, and step back into a state that is useful to you. So how do we do this? There's so many ways. Go out in nature. This is what I do. I took like an hour and a half walk today because I just wanted to clear my head and get really certain about what it is that I'm bringing forward. And then the second thing was I wanted to talk to my mentor in a nature-based space that was going to allow me to reduce and eliminate all stimuli other than just looking at nature and breathing in fresh air. So I do that, and then I will journal, I'll put on the music, and shifting your frequency is the most important thing you can do, because your energy and your messaging is the thing that either attracts or repels. And if you're not working on renewing, refreshing, replenishing your energy or your belief systems or your thoughts, then you're going to keep attracting the same reality over and over again. The thoughts from yesterday are going to carry into today's thoughts. And if you didn't make a sale yesterday, then today is going to be the exact same. So it is so important for you to wake up with a new slate every day. And it doesn't always have to be a new day. These are things that you can shift hour to hour. In 60 seconds, I can shift. A lot of people that I work with will say, like, within 45 minutes, I had a total shift. Sales started flowing through. And it's very simple for that to happen, because simple and subtle energy shifts are the things that move the needle forward. You might think like, oh, I got to invest, $60,000 an hour in this person to learn a new strategy. It's not the strategy. It's your messaging, and it is your energy, and it is your belief about what is possible for you. And that's really like what I'm shifting into. And that's why today I wrote my private coaching rates are increasing from $3,333 a month, which they have now been at for, I think, 3 years. And that's weekly coaching sessions, Voxer, and automatic enrollment into a retreat or workshops or whatever it is that's going on for this year. And the reason why I've increased it is because my skills have been so refined, and I have mastered the art of energetics, and I have mastered the art of frequency shifting and ascension. And I've walked now thousands of people through the dark night of the soul. And I've really figured out how to unlock voices so they can come into their own authentic frequency. And you'll notice, even like if you look back on videos where you used to speak, you're going to look back 10 years ago to now, and you'll notice yourself and you'll be like, wow, I'm so much more certain than I used to be. That's because of the work you've done on yourself. But can you imagine what happens if you dedicate and devote yourself to 6 months of thought reprogramming, of belief system work, of ceremony, of sacred rituals, so you can tap into your highest guidance internal system and channel with all the people that are already around you in the 5th dimension, in the 7th dimension, in the higher realms, like what life gets to be like when you are so connected to your spirit guides that you're no longer seeking psychics all the time or looking outside of yourself, but you have such internal power. Like, it is a very, very powerful place to be when you trust yourself. And you know that just because life looks like this in the 3rd dimension right now doesn't mean that a month from now things will look drastically different, because you have such deep trust and resonance within your own energetic system. So shift your frequency, shift everything. And there's one last thing I want to leave you with. When you are channeling, one thing you'll know when you are connected to your greater beings is that, like I already mentioned this, but if you're just joining now, is that your font will get really small and unreadable. And then as you keep doing this and you refine, and you can say, like, whoever you're channeling, make the font so I can read it, make this clearer, make this more succinct, like use your channeling the same way you would Chat GPT. And I know that artificial intelligence and energy medicine are going to be the things that really guide the next 20 years into the age of Aquarius. So just know that learning something new will be a little clunky at first, but to stay with it, because everything at the beginning is always clunky. Okay? I love you.